final trading day of the week. It's a Friday. Thank God we all made it to this. It's this last Friday in the month of August. So this is how we're wrapping up the last Friday in the month. And of course, with the markets will be, the month will be wrapping up on Wednesday next week. So let's just walk you through those, exchanges for Thursday. The Nigerian market roared back to life, 2.03%. We saw the shares of Boa Cement, a few in the banking sector, insurance like Mutual Benefits Insurance, all contributed to yesterday's big day on the Nigerian bourse. We're back at 49,000. The index is still below the 50,000 psychological level, by the way. But of course, we've got a very big jump this week since the market started softening on Monday. The BRVM went down to 0.41%, 205.63. The exchange in Kenya is still reeling under the uncertainty around the August 9 presidential election. So investors sold off yesterday. You can see the NSE All-Share Index below the 140 psychological level, broke that level down yesterday by 1.26%. The Egyptian market saw the first grey shoot in the week on Thursday, 1.8%, 10,287. The stock market in Cairo had been softening since the start of the week, officially on Monday. Then, of course, the JSE came strongly yesterday by 0.75%. We saw names such as Sibanye-Stillwater shares up on the earnings just released by the mining company, 70,340, just as we saw stronger sentiments across developed and other emerging markets around the world. So that takes you through your Thursday trading day. What are the big news right now? As we start, as always, where the sun rises on the east, and of course, East African Kenya Airways, which is one of the continent's largest airlines, is trying to cut its losses by reducing the cost on leasing of equipment and aircraft as well. 35% is what Kenya Airways is looking to as the haircut from those costs that will have the airlines stay afloat and remain, perhaps start going from losses into profits. And China has removed Kenya's name among the 17 countries in Africa that will qualify for the new debt forgiveness that Beijing is packaging for the African continent. The KCB Group, one of the biggest financial services companies in Kenya and in the banking industry, reporting profits after tax up 27%, roughly 20 billion shillings for the first 6 months of this year. In the meantime, Tanzania and Uganda insurance companies are putting their money in the oil and gas pipeline, multi-billion-dollar project that is being worked out. The premiums is what everybody's looking at. So they put it their mouth where the money is and the money where their mouth is. Kenya bank loan defaults now has crossed 500 billion shillings in the country. And creditors are awaiting the deal between Ethiopia and IMF to decide what debt restructuring this big Horn of Africa's economy will be entitled to. There's still a lot of conversation around debt restructuring for a number of African countries, from low income to middle income ones, such as Nigeria. So let's see the West African trading day. The Nigerian stories is around the 4 oil companies. Shell, ExxonMobil, Chevron, Equinor says they've decided to take down the lawsuit against Nigerian NNPC because there's a new agreement which they are looking at in Nigeria's deep water. So that is now being concluded. And the indigenous power company, Alagbaka Power Limited, says it's got a deal with the Indo State government in Southwest and is currently shopping for about 4.2 billion local currency for a bond that will mature in the year 2029. The indicative rate on that particular bond is around 19%. Nigeria's inflation is currently reading 19.64% for the month of July. China, big 17 countries in Africa for a debt deal, while Ghana is reopening a 5-year CD bond at 34.5%. That's the price guidance. Inflation in Ghana right now is around 31.7%, roughly 32%. That was the last figure for July. And of course, the cutting into junk territory by Fitch and S&P. Then Guinea is reporting public debt, which is about 7.05%, 7.05 billion US dollars in the second quarter ended June. I'm going straight to the Southern African space where the Anti-Competition Commission, the CompCom, yesterday raided the offices of 8 of the biggest insurance companies in the country, Sanlam, Bidvest, Old Mutual Insurance, and a few others, were accused of what we call collusion and price fixing for life insurance as well as other products in South Africa. That's one big story. Then OECD, which is the Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development, has told South Africa to raise taxes and sell those unprofitable, burdening state-owned enterprises. And Goldfish reporting in earnings period, first half of this year, profit up roughly 30% because gold prices were soaring. Output was also good. It's been a dividend of 3 Rand per share. In the meantime, Sibanye-Stillwater reporting its half-year profit impacted by strikes and the flooding that we saw in South Africa. It's still paying a dividend of 1.36 Rand per share as well. Still in earnings news, distiller Distel reporting full year ended June. Headline earnings per share above 1,000 cents. Group revenue came in about 34 billion Rand, while profit was a decent 36.7%. South Africa's consumption of alcohol came back on stream strongly since the start of the year when restrictions around COVID-19 pandemic started being reduced and government lifted restrictions on the movement and consumption and sale of alcohol. So that begins to sum it up in North Africa now between Egypt and Morocco. The President Emmanuel Macron of France is touching down in Algeria to mend diplomatic fences with this very strategic gas economy north of the continent. Algeria has gas pipelines to Italy, to France, and to Spain, but things have gone a little bit sour between between Algeria and France in recent times, and President Macron is going down there to make sure things keep relationship very, very warm. France has quite a very strong relationship with Algeria, Morocco, and a few other countries north of the continent, and all the way down to the rest of the sub-Saharan Africa. Egypt says it's put pen to paper for $656 million deal to manufacture and supply 320 subway vehicles that will be exported out of the country. Morocco's olive oil production is set to rise by 25% in the full year 2022. That's the outlook by December. We'll see how those forecasts go. And a new shipping line is boosting Saudi-Morocco commercial traffic by at least 117%. And that's quite a bit hefty, if you ask me. That's okay. Let's leave it there for today as we all head into the weekend. Enjoy the weekend, everyone. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.